I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Terry T-Bomb Long. Let's get into it. Before I get started, I want to send a special shout out to Hall Mills out in Jersey, man. Hall Mills Network. Everybody out there, gang, we appreciate you guys. So with that being said, roll call, Jersey, Philly, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina to be exact, Fayetteville, Atlanta, Georgia, LA. Of course, you know, we already know you guys are rocking Florida. Somebody said they heavy in Florida rocking with us. We appreciate everybody that rocks with Spotlight Over the City each and every week. Thank you. Let's do a show.
Yes, indeedy. Happy Thursday. It is a thankful Thursday. You all go in our comments and tell us one thing you're thankful for on this thankful Thursday. I am excited to be here. I always miss you all when we miss a week, but we had a great Thanksgiving.
We've been gone. You guys had a great holiday. We've been gone, right?
We had a great Thanksgiving. Yes, we've been gone.
You're looking amazing. I just wanted to stop and say that.
Oh, thank you, honey.
I love the fit. I love everything about it. You're looking lit.
Thank you.
I like.
Thank you, sexy. He always, you know, he still makes me flutter, y'all. Like,
you fluttering?
Yes. But on tonight's show, we have an amazing show for you tonight. We got something a little different for you tonight because some of our interviews we were able to do during the Thanksgiving break, so that when we came back today, we would have it all ready for you, like bow.
Oh, that film.
Yes.
I love her film, and I love what she's doing. So
yes.
I can't wait for you guys to see.
I was able to catch up with filmmaker and author Miasha Coleman last night, y'all. Yep. So I cannot wait for you all to hear a little bit of what we talked about, and let's talk some more about this Secret Society movie. If you haven't seen it yet, we're going to talk about that a little later in the show. We also were able to catch up with songwriter and singer under the radar, but watch for her in 2022, you all. Her name is
Spotlight on her.
Paris PJ Jones. She just did a single with Common. So y'all watch for her in 2022 because she's coming. She's coming for all of y'all. I'm telling y'all, she is super dope and talented. Yes, she is.
So that's the one thing about Spotlight. We like to not break artists because she's out there, but artists that's like maybe under the radar, that's not all the way out there yet. Mm-hmm. And the one thing we love is we have an artist to double back that's starting to make some noise, and now they double back.
That's right, and we're not done.
They rock with us, so I appreciate that. All the artists that come back to us and celebrate and rock with us, we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. And closing the show with a live performance. One of DMV's own special, talented individuals. That's right. You all are going to be able to meet Devin The Ripper later in the show, y'all. Yep. Yes! I'm excited. You excited, honey?
Yeah.
All right, well, before we get going,
I'll be excited too when they see him.
That's right. Before we get going, I want to shout out a couple black businesses. You know, Spotlight Over the City, we are the people's champ of media, and we love to give back. And our way of giving back is we love to put the spotlight on black businesses on every show. And this week, well, if you are a black business owner or you know of a reputable black business, please go in our email and send us their information. It's info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, that email is info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Today, we're going to talk about and put the spotlight on Mika Woods. She is the founder and CEO of My Cup of T-Shirt, where she brews the perfect blend of ultra soft cotton tees emblazoned with dope messages, y'all. She's got hats, handbags, sweatshirts, and more. And one of the main things that I love, if you go on her website, for the ladies, the handbags, some of them have God's favor on them, and that it's embossed like they're leather handbags, amazing quality, God's favor, invest in women, with sayings like that. So y'all go on her website today, www.mycupoftea-shirt.com, or you can check them out on Instagram at mycupoftea_shirt. Mika Woods is doing her thing. I'm very proud of you, girl. Also, Love Story Retreats. They host a small group marriage retreats of ordinary couples who are looking for an extraordinary experience. Stan and I have our own personal experience with these group of people. Athena and Derek, they started this, and also our new good friends, John, and what's John's wife's name? Tamisha. That's right.
And
Tamisha,
when I
don't
tell
kill
you,
me, girl.
we had a great time with these folks, man. They wonderful group of people. Just amazing curriculum. Just an amazing all-out event for rebooting your marriage and just getting on track with your marriage.
Yeah,
So,
they are now offering to host private marriage retreats, y'all, in 2022. You can gather your closest couple friends and let Love Story Retreats plan an amazing reconnection experience from beginning to end. You and your friends will spend an unforgettable weekend in a beautiful vacation home with personal chef meals while experiencing couples enhancement sessions, games, activities, fun, and more. For details, go to their website, www.lovestoryretreats.com, or email them at lsr@lovestoryretreats.com. Amazing experience. I attest to that for sure.
I must say, I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised
Yes.
at the outcome of the retreat. It was really a good retreat. It was good energy. Just to give you a gist of how it pans out, the house that we stayed in was a $2.9 million home. And so that's just the start of how the energy flows, just to give you a vibe, just to show you the vibe.
Yes, it was
Great
a vibe.
great energy, great people, great curriculum, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a
So
lot of
we
fun.
ultimately have, so shout out to John, the homeboy John,
Tamisha,
shout out to
Athena,
Misha,
and Derek, and all the
Derek,
couples.
and everybody that attended. Of course,
Yep.
Frank and the gang, and my main man Antoine. Everybody, we had a great time. So yeah.
All right, well, what's happening? What's happening is my girl Tyra Levon is returning to the live music scene, and she will be performing her new songs live at Union District Oyster Bar and Lounge for 2 shows this Saturday, y'all, December the 4th. Tickets are on sale at Eventbrite. Follow Tyra on Instagram, Tyra Levine, and she is amazing. She has sang impromptu at my birthday parties. And listen, let me tell you something. One thing about her voice, for me, it sends it gives me goosebumps, right?
I promise you guys this.
I
If
can't
you have
wait.
not heard Tyra sing, please get your tickets. You're going to be in for a pleasant surprise. This
Yep.
young lady has this grit, this soulful voice
Gritty,
that's
it's just,
it's no comparison to who she is. She has her own lane. She's her own talent. And she's amazing. So please
She is.
get your tickets.
Union
You won't
District
be
Oyster
let
Bar.
down.
It's down
Trust
there
me.
Northeast, and Stan and I will be there Saturday night for the late show. So we hope to see y'all there. Tickets are on sale. Eventbrite, y'all. Tyra Levine.
Yeah, shout out to Russell and that whole gang over there.
December 4th. That's somebody's. Oh, that's Sean's birthday is coming up. So happy early birthday to Sean Branch, one of our Spotlight family members.
Sean birthday December?
December 4th.
Shout out
Jay-Z, Sean Branch. Yep.
Okay, happy birthday
Happy
in
early
advance to the
birthday.
home team.
Spotlight family, and this is one of my girlfriends, Yana Crawley, is in town, and she will be starring in the musical stage play Mothers of Old on Sunday, December the 5th at the Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club at 4 p.m., y'all. Tickets are on sale online at www.bbjlive.com, and this event is brought to you by Amika J Productions and Shannon Wren Enterprises. Y'all go support my girl Yana Crawley, one of BET Sunday's best winners and one of the best voices in the land. Yes, indeed.
Hey, you never lied. When you said
Yes.
this young lady, and I don't listen to a lot of gospel, but when I tell you this young lady has one of these voices that just paralyze you almost, like
Yeah.
this lady. So I'm pretty sure if you're into that kind of music, you already know
Yana.
who she is. But in case you don't, If
is
you've been under a
amazing.
rock or whatever, please get out there, get your tickets. Bethesda Jazz and Blues, if I'm not mistaken,
Sunday.
it's black-owned as well.
Yeah, Sunday.
Situation. So please support great food at the venue. It's a great venue. It's spaced out, so you're not on
Yep.
top of each other. Every seat in the house is a good seat.
Yeah.
Every seat. So get out there.
Our friends, J&J Entertainment Group, along with M2G, Divas Inc., and Fats Productions, presents the inaugural DMV Holiday Festival, y'all. It's all going down on Thursday, December 23rd at Whitfield Studios in Northeast D.C., featuring the original members of Subtle Thoughts. I cannot wait. Do y'all remember the 92nd Air Squadron days with Subtle Thoughts, Gene Pratt and the gang? I cannot wait. Hey, Chris, we gonna
remember that?
Yes. Soon as the show is over on December 23rd, we're going to be rushing down there. They're also going to have Sirius and Company featuring Spotlight family members Scooby and Miss Kim and Still Familiar Band. Music by DJ Frisco, special guest appearances from Stinky Dink, DC Scorpio, Tony Blunt, and 32. Tickets and tables can be obtained by going to www.dmvholidayfestival.com. A couple of them are going to come on the show on the 16th, and we're going to talk some more about this event. But y'all need to get your tickets now, because if you know, like I know, whenever J&J does a function, it's going to sell out. So
It's already sold.
you better get your tickets.
Let me tell you something. How many of you guys remember Stinky Dink and how hard they used to crank when he used to get on stage and grab the
What?
mic for that little 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes? I remember I was a fan of the Metro Club. I don't know. Shout out to the Metro
I've
Club. I
never
don't even know
been.
if it's the Metro Club now, but yeah, I'm old as hell. So when every Thursday I was at the Met. Every Thursday. So if you was looking to kill me, I was down there. I was posted. Every Thursday I'm at the Metro Club. When I say Essence used to crank so hard, and I remember Miss Mac. Miss Mac used to see me come in the door. And she used to pull me and Keedy, shout out to my Eastgate gang. She used to say, "Don't start none of that in here tonight, don't y'all?" And we used to promise, Miss Mac, I promise you, Miss Mac, we not gonna be on nothing. And that's, but when I tell you they used to crank, man, and Stinky Dink used to get up there. And so shout out to him, man.
Yes.
That whole gang. R.I.P. Fat Rodney, too. Rabbit Rodney. We used to tear it up, man. That was my era. So when I tell you that was the fun times for me. You don't remember that.
I'd have never been to the Metro Club. I couldn't go into D.C. when I was that age, so but I do know about the 92nd Aero Squadron because I was in my 20s and I could go places in Maryland. So
you never been to the Black Hole,
Never.
Panorama Room?
Never.
See, every Friday we have the Panorama
No.
Room. That was a must. Like, yeah,
None of that.
Morris Road. Shout out to everybody that was. So that was my thing. Black Hole, Saturday night. Like, yeah, we moved around.
We've
on
all,
the porch.
yes, I was. We've also got y'all need to pay attention to this too, because it's the beginning of the year. Get your money right. Smart Money webinar is taking place on Thursday, December the 9th. That's next Thursday, y'all, at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. It's a webinar, so you don't have to leave your house to get some tips on your finances. It's about reducing risk and investing smart, and that's the subject matter. You're going to learn about the current economic outlook, the impacts of inflation on your financial strategy, active investment management, and much more. You can register today by going to www.smartmoneywebinar.com, and your referral source is Jonathan Wright. Jonathan is one of the people who were participating in the Grow and Thrive conference that I attended about 2 weeks ago with Joy Cook. And this young man is trying to help everyone get their finances straight. So go to www.smartmoneywebinar.com. Tell them that Jonathan Wright referred you. You can call Jonathan. He said give his number out. Call him for any of your financial needs, 757-329-2779. Let him know that Spotlight Over the City sent you. All right.
All right.
You ready for Name That Song? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm kind of not, but I'm going to get ready in like 2 seconds because
And so,
I didn't
yeah,
get a
you wanna
chance
say
to
it.
go over my song in the car because he kept talking to me. He knew I was trying to rehearse my song, and he just kept talking to me and asking me about a car. Don't that car look good?
So
Trying to throw me off.
But I'm just
Like,
so
ain't that a sexy car?
Listen, hold up. But
I'm
you're not supposed to
I'm-
be getting prepared on the way to the show,
I'm
though.
like, I'm trying
You're
to do my
supposed to already
song.
have your
But I
shit
told you, I
together.
said I'm rehearsing my
Before we
song
get,
in my
shout out to
mind.
IG. Everybody on IG, what's good?
Hey, y'all.
Shout out to everybody on
So
IG.
Name
We
That
appreciate you
Song.
guys. So Name That Song is a segment where we sing a song, give a verse or 2 or 3 or 4 bars, and then you guys get to name the artist, name the song, tell us what you know. This one I know. My song you not going to get. I already can tell you that, but I'm going to see what she got.
Okay, and yeah, name the artist, name the song and the artist, y'all.
Name the
okay?
song, name the artist, Try to get something in maybe the late night.
All right, I got to just come off the fly real quick.
All right.
Soft caress of happiness. Hey, the way you walk, your style of dress. You know this song yet? I wish I didn't get so weak. Oh,
Hey, do it from the stomach.
Oh, baby, just to hear you speak.
Hey.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Right,
you know that? Y'all know that song? But I did enough.
You know a bar too.
I did enough bars. You should know that song.
I know the song.
You do?
Do you guys know the song?
Does anybody
Cheryl,
know the song?
you know the song, sis?
Anybody know?
Anybody know the song? Do you know the song, Justin? Of course I know.
You
the
do?
song. That was an easy one, sir.
That was, see? Okay, you know it
The
too?
easy ones.
Oh, yeah.
Devin definitely not gonna know this song right here. I got
The
it.
only way you know the song is because I sing it like the artist.
It doesn't matter. You gotta get something that could stunt the people, baby.
Okay, let me see you
So
do
just
it.
give me a camera. Let me
Stun 'em.
stunt the people right
Stun them
quick.
then, baby.
I'ma stun them. I got you. What camera?
The,
Click.
The voice that makes
Click,
them
click. Let the voice do it.
The voice that make the old ladies moist.
So, all I got to tell you is this is one of my favorite artists. This is one of his earlier tunes that didn't get any radio play.
Let's get into it.
5'7" with light green eyes, body built like a woman over 25. Plus she pushed the whip that the average woman couldn't get, unless she worked about 2 9-to-5s. Girlie played the game just a little too mature. She damn near had everything I was looking for. But things seemed shady when I asked my lady to meet me at the club. She had trouble at the door. It's when I found out, yeah. She was only 17 years old and I was dead wrong.
That's the whole damn song. Yes, y'all better give it up for my sexual chocolate.
You gotta be a real music
know
buff
that
to know
song.
that song right there. That's an earlier song that the homie wrote. That was one
You
of
know
his
that?
earlier CDs. You do not know that song.
Do you?
Tell me the song. Music Soul Child.
Oh, I
What's
had
the
it
name of the
wrong in
song?
my mind.
Hey, so y'all wouldn't have guessed it. This Music Soul Child, and the name of the song is called 17. 17.
Oh, I was gonna guess "Baby
so-
Mama Drama" by Dave Hollister.
No, this is this.
you was gonna say Bobby Womack.
It's a little suspect. So basically, the song was about a man who was a little older, probably 22, 24, and the young girl was 17. He slid up, and she was currently like a grown woman, but she wasn't really
Oh
built like
wow.
that.
Okay.
So she appeared to be grown, but she wasn't quite old enough.
Oh.
17.
17.
You gotta check the ID.
All right. Well, we got some spotlight news for you all right after this commercial break.
We'll be right back. You better not go nowhere. We'll be right back. Spotlight.
I'm Terry Williams, the founder of Shea Butter Like Whoa, a natural body care company based in Maryland. We specialize in body butters, scrubs, oils that are awesome for the entire family. What makes us different, you might ask? We use only plant-based ingredients in our products. We've been curating our products for over 10 plus years, put a lot of love into our products, and the process is what separates from others. We make products for your entire family to enjoy. We love what we do. We put that in every product that we make. And we want you to try us out today. You can reach us and you can look at what we have to offer on our website at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com. You can also follow us on any of our social media outlets as well. We look forward to you visiting us, and we look forward to your future business. Visit us today at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, man. And y'all having fun. We having fun.
Yes.
That's what we do. We have a ball every single time.
Yes.
Every Thursday. I hope you guys are tuned in, having a good time. If you want to see the commercials in the whole entirety and not just a smidget,
You got to go online.
www.spotlightoverthecity.com. You check us out on
www.spotlightoverthecity.com.
Yep.
Click the red watch
Click,
live
click, click.
show button, and voila, like magic, you'll be able to see the entire show and the commercials and everything. And for those of you watching on Facebook, can you do me a favor, please, and share the show? All you have to do is click the share thing down
That's
there
it. Go
and
down
share
there,
it to
hit
your
that share
page. That's
button and
it.
share it. That's
I
all
ain't
you
asking you
ask
to
for.
do much. I ain't asking you to cash at me nothing. Just share the show.
That's it.
All right. Spotlight News is sponsored by Shea Butter Like Whoa. Shea Butter Like Whoa, they provide gentle and natural skincare products that are 100% non-toxic. Also, for those of you who are suffering from dry, crackly skin, it's now the onset of wintertime where your dry skin gets a little worse.
This is what it's going to tell her that.
No,
This is what it's going to tell on you.
No, seriously,
right
though,
here.
you get you some shea butter because that product works well winter, spring, summer, or fall. I love it. It's amazing. It's not too greasy, not too, it's just perfect. And the scents are great. You got a variety of different things to choose from. Go to www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com. Put in our Spotlight Family discount code, SPOT20.
Spot 20, baby.
Start your Christmas shopping early, SPOT20, and you get 10% off of your entire order. You can use this code as many times as you need to. So when you're ready for your Valentine's Day stuff, go back on there, www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com. Put in SPOT20, spot 20.
And it's not just the shea butter. It's not just the they also have scrubs.
Yeah, and
all kinds of
oils.
other stuff, oils.
Argan
and stuff like
oils,
that.
that's right.
But the shea butter in particular, it comes in different scents, which is what I like, and it's a certain texture that got me sold. So it's the texture for me.
Okay.
I promise you, if you check it out, you'll love it.
And it's the smells
It's
for me.
the smells as well. They're great smells, but the texture is really bomb. So normally I don't be all into it, but this one I can promise you, it's what it says. I stamp it.
All right,
For
Spotlight News. This is a sad story. Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather. If you all never watched this special, I think it's on Netflix. Clarence Avant, yesterday in the wee hours of the morning, someone entered his Beverly Hills home and murdered his wife of 54 years, Jacqueline Avant, who was 81 years old. So Mr. Clarence Avant is 90. His wife was 81. They lived in Beverly Hills neighborhood for 55 years, y'all. And today the police arrested. What?
How old did you say Clarence Avant?
90.
Wow, keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
And his wife was 81. Today, police arrested 29-year-old Ariel Maynor. That's the picture you all saw on the screen at first. They arrested 29-year-old Ariel Maynor in connection with the robbery and the homicide of Jacqueline Avant. Ariel allegedly entered the home with the AR-15 and shot Mr. Avant's wife. He was later caught in Beverly Hills neighborhood because he also accidentally shot himself with that AR-15 in his foot, which is how police were able to catch him so quickly.
Good.
This is the thing, though, that concerns me. Mr. Clarence Avant had a private security guard actively working, protecting his home that night.
Right.
And he was allegedly shot at by the intruder, and he did not fire back. And so it's unknown why the security guard didn't fire back at the intruder. So if I'm Clarence Avant, I'm like, what the hell do I pay you for?
Well, no, if I'm Clarence Avant, your ass fired. That's the
Well,
first
yeah,
thing.
you got to get fired.
You definitely fired. Then you under scrutiny.
Like, what
heavy
the
scrutiny.
heck?
But just to double back for a second, I don't know that you guys know who Clarence Avant is. A lot of people don't. I definitely do. He is the Godfather for sure in the music industry. If you don't know him, then it's a documentary, so to speak, on Clarence Avant called The Godfather. I would suggest
Black
you go and
Godfather.
check it out. As soon as you get an opportunity, I would say check it out. It was very interesting, and you will see just who this man is. I didn't know he was 90 though.
Yeah.
This man is responsible for a lot of people's careers, a lot of plugs. He's the plug. Just say that. He's
Yep.
the plug, and he has been the plug for so many years that everybody from Puffy to whoever will give him accolades if you go check the documentary out. But
So
that's
prayers.
super sad that this goofy did that. But the security definitely was lacking.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Y'all
How
was
does
lacking.
that happen?
As soon as a window crack, bust, anything,
If
pull
I
up
got
on the
some
driveway,
private
whatever, you're
security
supposed
guard-
to be on that business, and you're not supposed to let the Godfather and his
But maybe
wife.
if you're armed with just a regular pistol
I
and
don't care
somebody
what
come
you
in there
armed
with
with,
an
you security.
AR-15,
Yeah, you
maybe
security.
you like, wait a minute, I can't do nothing. I don't
Well,
know.
if you can't do nothing, you shouldn't be at my house being my security. 'Cause
That's
I
right.
could do something better than that myself.
Right.
So yes, you need to be fired. And I will say this: the super sad situation that we're coming to this state where you come with an AR and come and kill
Coming into
someone's
somebody's
wife.
house.
You couldn't have left with no whole lot of money or nothing like that, I'm sure. And so then, what's the point of it all?
Right.
What's the point?
Rest
I
in
hate
peace.
that.
Rest in peace, and this is another sad one. Rest in peace to Virgil Abloh. I think that's how you say his last
Yeah,
name.
Virgil.
Virgil Abloh, the black designer for Louis Vuitton and then his own brand, Off-White, who died earlier this week from a 2-year battle of a rare cancer that he kept private. He was only 41 years old, y'all. He got his start in his 20s in Chicago, which is where he's from, when he did an internship at Fendi with Kanye West. Because I was curious how he got his start.
I was too.
He did an internship at Fendi, and so was Kanye West doing the same internship. Him and Kanye became close. Kanye had him do some things for his mom, Dondra, over in Paris. And next thing you know, one thing led to another. They started collaborating, and now, I mean, that's what launched his career.
Yeah, and so you would hear in rap music, you would hear a lot of people say, I got Virgil to make me this or Virgil to make me that.
Yeah.
So that's who they were referring to in case you didn't know who Virgil was. That's who Virgil was.
That's who he was.
Another sad situation. He fought a good fight, though, so I will say you made your mark here while you were here. We all will remember you and what you did to contribute to the world. So
another sad story, unfortunately. I'm sorry, y'all, all this sad news. Samir Jefferson, 14-year-old Samir Jefferson, was waiting at the bus stop shortly before 3:30 p.m. on Monday in North Philly when two shooters fired at least 36 shots after this young man. He was hit 18 times throughout his body and died at a nearby hospital. Two suspects, though, today have been arrested. 21-year-old Quadir Johnson and 21-year-old Kyair Garnet. Both have been charged with murder, conspiracy, and several gun-related charges. They chased Samir down and shot him, execution style. Samir is 14. I assume, because I'm not a street person, y'all know that, but I assume if you two of y'all, you coming for him specifically, you chase him down and shoot him 18 times execution style. He's 14. What could he? I mean, I guess a 14-year-old could do something, but like what?
I used to.
What warrants that?
I used to think that way until I found out that you can be a 13 and 12 and 14-year-old killer.
Yeah.
That's executing murders.
And
but I'm gonna say this: I don't know this young man's background. So I'm just gonna leave it at condolences to his family. But this is what I will say. This is what I will say. I love hip hop. I love trap music, and I listen to it all, drill music included. But drill music has escalated murder to another level. I don't know that we know this because I'm not here to slight. I know you guys are creative and you're doing your thing and you're getting a bag from it. But I just want you to understand that it's a lot of murder promoted in drill music. It's cool to murder each other now. We're making that a cool thing, and we putting it on in the music sector, and it has spread from Chicago around the world. So if you did your homework, you could see, like I said, the young kids, a young girl, Kyair, she's dead, was a cold-blooded killer, 16 years old, 17 years old, had at least 18 to 20 bodies. So this is what I'm saying. This drill music is causing a lot of problems around the United States for people in small towns, chopping people down with choppers, spinning the block, doing this and that. Where we at, man? We got to think a little bit.
Yeah. The update on the Alec Baldwin situation. Y'all remember about a couple weeks ago what happened with Alec Baldwin on the movie set. He's finally speaking out about that tragic incident. He's saying, y'all remember, I'll just give you a refresher. He was on a movie set of a movie called Rust. It's a Western movie. And accidentally, the director of photography, Halyna Hutchins, was shot and killed. Alec explained.
Another person was shot as well.
Right, but they didn't die. Yes, they did recover from that. But this director of photography, she was killed, and he explained on one of these news specials this week that he never pulled the trigger of the gun that shot her on the set. He said, and I quote, "The trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger. I would never point a gun at anyone and then pull the trigger. Never. Someone put a live bullet in that gun, a bullet that was not supposed to be on the property." And now this whole incident is still under investigation. But
yeah, this whole thing seems
it's all weird to me.
So I guess the weird part to me is this. Let's think for a second. You have a gun that you expect to be a blank gun, right? So you point the gun and you have in your little segment of the movie, and bow, right? Bow, you shoot the gun. Well, when you shoot the gun and you see the person fall, then you pretty much can figure that this is a real bullet now. But then somebody else got shot. So I want you to think a little bit. I said bow, accident. But then bow, that's not an accident.
They're saying that the one gun, the bullet ricocheted and shot the other person or something.
That's cap.
Yeah. So I'm just.
And so bow, Bow. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. So it ricocheted and hit somebody else. It's a lot going on with this right here that somebody need to get to the bottom.
Yeah, he was crying and everything. He was just like, I would never do that. So we'll keep following that story, and I'll give you an update when I get another one. But it is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. Most people, when you screw up, you're going to get to crying and being sad, though. That's when you get 30 years, 50 years, you cry, be sad and all that. It's the murder part that you don't cry about.
Well, we're going to see.
So we're going to see. So
We're going to see.
Yeah, he's suspect to me, though. Just the whole situation suspect.
Ethan Crumbley, the white boy, the white 15-year-old boy, is being charged as an adult for murdering 4 students and injuring 7 others at Oxford High School in Michigan the other day. This was on Tuesday. Teachers and counselors had already reported strange behaviors of Ethan prior to this shooting. Let me tell y'all what Ethan said on his Twitter the night before he went back to school. He's in high school now. He said on his Twitter, and I quote, "Now I become death, destroyer of worlds. See you tomorrow, Oxford. Sick of these little bitch-made rejects." And then he went to the school the next day and followed through with what he said. He said, "I'm sick of these little bitch-made rejects." And he went to school and he killed 4 people and injured 7 others. And this was at Oxford High School in Michigan, outside of Detroit, on Tuesday.
And this is probably a kid who's ostracized.
15 years old.
Pushed to the side, a little bit of bullying going on, not fitting into the community. Definitely a different, one of those, not an introvert type of person. It's a lot of sickness. So just be clear. We're in the last days. There's a lot of crazy stuff going to happen in these times.
Yeah.
Way beyond what we're doing now. A lot of craziness going on. Mayhem, craziness. So just brace yourself, man. I'm trying to tell you. God over government. That's what I always say.
That's right,
God
baby.
over government.
Spotlight Sports. So skip this first.
All right, I got you. Spotlight
Former.
Sports. Former University of Central Florida football star Otis Anderson Jr. was shot and killed by his father, Otis Anderson, over a dispute about the son's girlfriend's freaking dog. Right? Over a dog. Allegedly, Otis Anderson, the dad, was bitten badly by his son's girlfriend's dog. An argument between the father and son occurred, and they were shoving each other. So basically, they was getting into a shoving match. The father went into the garage and came back with a gun. That's your son. Got bit by a dog. His girlfriend's dog. The argument continued. Otis Sr. said that his son lunged at him and then he shot him. The wife tried to break them up and was grazed by a bullet, but she is expected to be okay. The father explained that he had a right to defend himself even though his son was unarmed. This is weird. So
he killed him dead.
You definitely killed him dead in
the
cold
girlfriend's
blood.
son, the girlfriend's
now this
dog.
is over
hit
a
him.
dog bite, right? This is a dog bite. The dog bit you, right, and you went off.
Yep.
And so you didn't like, how your son handled the dog bite situation. You probably wanted him to get in his girlfriend's butt. He didn't say anything much to her, and you probably didn't like that. You said something to her. He didn't like that. Next thing you know, Daddy's going to get a pistol, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, he went and got it.
That I'm having. So
Yeah.
I'm a little torn. I wasn't there, so I can't see what transpired. But it's just hard for me to imagine having to go get that pistol on my son. Like,
I guess if you felt like your son was getting up in your face and your son bristling up at you, and your son, what I read is that the son, it was like they were shoving, and maybe the father felt like, oh no, he ain't about to shove me. I brought you in this world, I'm gonna take you out.
And I see that point too. So this is a tricky. That's why I say it's tricky. I wasn't there, so I can't really state it. But I will say this: if your son is not supposed to ever put his hands on you as a dad, but just as a dad, respect him enough not to try to force his hand.
Yeah.
As a dad. Just respect him enough. Because just remember, dads and moms, your children still human, even when they're children.
That's right.
Just like you're a woman and a man before you're a father and a mother. And so these children do get a little more respect than sometimes what you're willing to give. To go get the pistol, though, is insightful. Because once you go get the pistol, you almost going to be forcing your hand because things are still going to be said and done while you got that pistol and you said, son. So he's not expecting to be shot. So he's going to still voice his opinion. And so now you're forcing your own hand to use that pistol. Go ahead, though.
Oh, no, you've got 2 more spots.
All right, so, yeah, that's disheartening.
Yep.
So condolences to the family. And that's going to be a tough one because
Yep.
now the mother is also involved, and it's just crazy. So anyway, Robert Griffin III will be releasing a tell-all book about his life as a Washington Redskin.
Or Washington, whatever
or Washington, well, they were Redskins at the time,
Yeah.
with the Washington football team and all of the horrible things he witnessed and experienced while working with the organization.
Wow, y'all.
He also mentioned, most importantly, sexual harassment. So I'm not sure.
We gonna see.
if
He gonna
somebody
spill
tried to
the
play with
tea.
him away. I don't know what happened with the sexual
gonna
harassment
spill it.
situation. You think they try to play with him funny?
He gonna spill the
Somebody
tea.
try to
I'm
play
just
with him?
waiting with my tea. I'm gonna be like this.
What do you think? Would Joe give?
I don't
So
know.
at the end of the day, a lot is going on at that camp. Unfortunately for the city, because it's good for the city to have a good team, solid organization. It's good. When it's bad, it's bad. And so this is going really bad, and you're not that good of a football team to have bad publicity.
Oh, they gonna come for you, babe.
I don't
Talking about
give a damn
you ain't
about-
that
yeah,
good of a
They
team.
know they not
I don't
that
think they
good.
are either, but
not
they
like
gonna
the
come
Rated
for
Up
you.
Ravens, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, y'all trying and all that, and I give you.
And they
I salute
definitely
you.
not like America's team.
Well, I don't know who America's
The
team
America's
is, but
team.
anyway.
Google
Ooh.
America's team on your phone
On
right
to the
now.
next. My homeboy Gervontae Tank Davis will be fighting Isaac Cruz this Sunday night, December 5th, at the Staples Center in LA. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Airing on Showtime, pay-per-view.
Yep.
So you can check it out on Showtime. So this the home team. Love me some Tank. Like how he rocking. He's going to crush Isaac Cruz. But it will be an entertaining fight, so let's be entertained by
Yes,
that week.
Sunday
and
night,
go
y'all.
check it out. Sunday, December 5th. Get your tickets up. It's going to be an entertaining fight. Anytime Tank get in the ring is entertaining to me. I just like how he rocking, and I don't think nobody's going to beat Shorty no time soon. Unfortunately for the fighters. Who you? Y'all got anybody y'all think can handle Tank? Who y'all got? Anybody you can pull up? I haven't found nobody. You either? Nobody. So I feel the same way. I don't know. So congratulations in advance, Tank. We're gonna check you out, man. The 5th. We'll check
That's
you out
on Sunday. All
Sunday,
right, y'all ready
pay-per-view.
for question of the week? Question of the week is an
Y'all brace yourself.
opportunity for our Spotlight family members to write us letters about your relationship questions. And we appreciate the letters coming in. I love reading them. We never reveal your identity. So if you have a question that you want us to answer live on air, send it to us. info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, that email is info@spotlightoverthecity.com, or send us a DM or however you want to get it to us, and we will read your question over the air. And question of the week is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services, which is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization, who provide community support, medication management, and therapy for individuals and groups. Any DC resident ages 5 through 100, what's going on?
No, I'm trying to get him to push me back a little bit.
Or eligible for their
Push me
service.
back a little bit, Justin. Go ahead.
me back.
I'm listening.
Their program accepts
feel like we on-
Medicaid and Medicare patients, as well as many other
I'm
health
sorry, baby.
assistance
I'm
programs.
sorry.
Like, what's going on?
I'm sorry. I was
happening?
trying to communicate with the producer without
What you
interrupting
wanna
you,
do?
but it's okay. Let's keep
Okay.
moving.
You can contact Umbrella at 1-888-793-4357. All right, y'all ready for the question of the week?
Are y'all ready for this? Shout out to my main man Wes over there, CEO of Umbrella Therapeutic Services. They doing a great job.
I recently discovered that my wife has been secretly using our savings account money to pay for her ex-husband's cancer treatments. He was given only a few months to live, and I felt badly for him because he was a good guy and a good father to my stepkids. Unfortunately, he recently passed away, and as I was going through some of our paperwork, I noticed that the savings account had dwindled away substantially. I saw numerous withdrawals during that time that he was sick. I asked my wife about the money. She did confess, and she said that she used it to help him with his chemo treatments to try to save his life, or at least extend his life a little longer, and he did not have health insurance. I'm so angry with her, and I have not been cordial with my wife for weeks now. That was my money, and she spent it on another man. But a part of me feels bad for being angry since she did it for a good cause, and the guy is now deceased. Stan, would you be mad at your wife for something like this?
Okay, so first of all, condolences to the young man, right? Mm-hmm. The young man
That passed away, yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is it's almost betrayal. See, so it wouldn't have been a big issue to me if you would have come to me as my wife and say, well, baby, I want to help this young man out because he don't have any help and his health insurance has ran out and this and that. And we have a few dollars. I just feel that we should extend a hand, right? Mm-hmm. And so that gives me a fair opportunity to say how I feel about the situation. If you don't do that, you blindsided me and you forced my hand. I might not have been with it. Well, now I have to be because you took the damn
That's
money.
probably why she didn't say anything, because if you say, I need to spend our savings account money that you put in the savings account for my ex-husband's chemo treatment, most husbands will probably say, oh, nah, I'm sorry he don't have health insurance, but too bad, so sad.
Well,
So
so
she
right
didn't
away,
ask.
so right away, that's what you knew. So now you're a manipulator. So now you're being a manipulator. See, because that's manipulation when you don't give me a fair shot and you just make the opportunity your opportunity. It's not my opportunity, it's yours. So I have no say. I should have say when we marry. You can't just decide what you want to do for your husband or whatever going on. It's unfortunate that he has this illness and he passed away, but I still would have wanted to have some say as to how it was handled because it was coming from our household. So I don't think that that was fair.
Right. And so at the end of the day, though, he's saying now, he's starting to feel bad. He's like, he hasn't spoken to his wife. He hasn't been cordial with her. And it's like, dang, should I really be mad? The money's gone. The ex-husband is dead. Why are you not speaking to your wife now? Like,
So-
at this point, it's water under the bridge.
Well, I'll say this. Shout out to Vonetta and everybody that's on Facebook and IG and the whole nine. I'll say this. You have to be fair to your house before you be fair outside of your house, right?
Right.
So being fair to your mate just means I'm gonna be open and honest and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. If I didn't think that you would be agreeable to it and I did it anyway, then I'm already being vindictive. I'm already doing something against what I think you would want to receive or want to happen. So at that point, why would I sneak to do it? Because I know you're not gonna be okay with it. So when I find out, I'm still not gonna be okay with it. So then why didn't you just tell me?
Same reason why women, we sneak and buy stuff and buy clothes and shopping, and then we sneak. 'Cause we know y'all going to be fussing at us.
Well, wait, we got somebody that's gonna respond
Okay.
in the order.
What's your
Okay,
question?
what you got, audience?
Question is a comment.
Okay.
I want to know where the life insurance is.
If he didn't have health insurance, then I'm damn
And he
sure
definitely
he didn't have life insurance.
right?
No, come on, Terry.
No, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have life insurance.
That lady has a life insurance policy on her ex-husband, the father of her kids.
I don't have one on my ex-husband that
Okay.
father my kids.
And so that's why you should.
No, I
be-
don't.
And
You're
out.
not shiesty.
So, but wait, we got somebody else. Devin wants to say something.
No,
What you got, Devin?
I was just saying, because she wasn't being truthful, that kind of opens the door to other thoughts that may be going through the husband's head. Because she didn't tell him about that, maybe he could be thinking that she was messing with him, or it's still something there. They still connected outside of the relationship with their kids.
he dead now though.
Yeah, but that's a good point Devin
That
made.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment, Devin. So what I'm saying is, just like Devin said, if you're sneaking to get this done and you know that I'm opposing it, it's a reason why you think I'm going to oppose it, A. And so you should come to me to see if I'm going to oppose it, B. And because you didn't, it might leave some skeptical situation with you. Yeah, so now what exactly is going on with this situation, and why did you feel the need to take our money and pay his situation off without me knowing? See, so you going overboard for someone outside of your household, and that's wrong.
I
right?
get it. I just have a soft spot for stuff like this, and I feel like I could understand this woman, and I feel like she probably was just like, I gotta help him. It's my kid's dad. He don't have no health insurance. He don't have nothing. Like
What y'all think? Vanessa,
life
what you
insurance
think?
don't
James,
pay for
what you think?
chemotherapy. That don't pay until you die. So you
Val,
got.
what you think? Cheryl, what you
Exactly
think?
my point.
And so this is our point. Finish your
No, that's exactly my point. So, okay, so we all know that if you already made a decision about money and you hit it, there's nothing inside of me that's going to make me think that you don't have your stash away fund that we know all women have, right? And again, if they had just been her ex-husband, maybe not. That's the father of her kids. It's some money somewhere for them kids and for her.
It should be.
Guaranteed.
It should be. And
Guaranteed.
so
Should
with
be,
that being
but-
said, something's being hidden here that makes me believe that this person had to sneak behind my back to do it. If you have to sneak behind my back to serve your ex, see, right away you know you shouldn't be serving your ex. So you already feeling away. So you don't want me to feel away, so now you're going to sneak and serve your ex. But the problem is you still served it. And so now, dead or alive, I feel away because... But so let me get back to what he's doing. Don't use a lack of communication to solve your issue. So if you want to talk to your wife about this issue, not speaking to her is not going to get it resolved. See, so that's where you are now. I'm mad. I ain't going to say nothing to her. Well, that's not going to solve your issue. What you should do is sit her down and say, listen, let me speak to you on this issue. I'm having a problem with this. And so why didn't you come to me while this guy was alive and tell me what you were trying to do? Where is this and what is going on? Because I don't like it. So I'm telling you I don't like it. I told you I didn't want this. This is not cool. You shouldn't have done this. And so you knew I wouldn't have liked it. And so now we can air it out and we can get to the other side. Me walking around the house not speaking to you about it is not going to clear the air.
Right.
All it's going to do is cause more tension, and you're going to wonder what's going on, why you not speaking to me. And then once I tell you, it may be a little blow up because now I done thought about it to the point where I'm mad.
Yeah.
Right. So now just come to it. So if you're in a relationship and you have issues with your mate, go to your mate. Like, talk to your mate. Like, if you do something with your ex or whatever, I've had this situation slightly, but it wasn't, nobody dead and this. But we have issues in our past life where we had to come to each other about each other's past or whatever the case is. And I did just that. I come to you and I say, I don't like this, or I don't think this is appropriate, or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. And then you address it. But me not speaking to you is not going to get it solved.
It's not. And so I hope that we resolved or gave you a little bit of resolve. I have a lot more to say about this, but we don't have time. So I'm going to go in the comments after the show.
Communication is key, which it is.
I'm going to go in the comments after the show, and let's talk about this, y'all. Like, I have more to say, so stay tuned for more. I'll give y'all more of what I think about how this could be handled. We're going to do a little role play maybe on the comments. But we do have to get ready to go to a commercial break because I want you all to meet Miasha Coleman and enjoy some of the conversation I was able to have with her last night.
A great young lady, great filmmaker, great writer. She has a great product, and I'm proud of her product. So you did a great interview as well. So you guys stay tuned for this interview. We'll be right back. Spotlight over the city.
James is about to be in another state playing in the league, and Khalil Ass is doing time. They're gonna fall out of touch real soon. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
You know what, bitch? You fuck with the wrong one. I'm gonna kill you in front of your little boyfriend, and then I'm gonna kill him.
No more talking about it.
Atlanta was one of those cities that people could come to and completely reinvent themselves. A society of people with ugly pasts and hopes for prettier futures. I happen to be a part of that society, but we'll get to that later. The most important thing for me and my girl Tina was survival. But he's all wrinkly and going bald. And there was only one way we saw fit to achieve that. Capping up men. Very successful men. Okay, and so is Benjamin Franklin. You got mad love for his ass.
A bitch that could shine like this genie in the bottle. And if I'm fucking with a nigga, make him
like
throw
you?
it full of throttle. Hold up,
Easy target.
You're truly incredible, you know that?
For the year to have started off so right, I should have known shit was bound to go left.
Tariq, I got HIV.
If I'm out and you see me, bitch, if you even look in my motherfucking direction, I will kill you right there on the fucking spot. Do you hear me? So, bitch!
Are you crazy? You only 22 years old and you barely know that damn man.
Boy, you cannot roll up on me like that. What the fuck are you doing?
And besides, ain't you the one that said fairy tales like this don't exist for girls like us?
remember me.
Spotlight over the city.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl T-Bomb from Spotlight Over the City, and I am super excited about this guest coming up. I have been trying for several months to catch up with this young lady because she's got some hotness out in the film industry right now, and if you don't know about it, you're going to find out about it today. Super talented. I'm sure she will give us all the 411 on her amazing journey in the filmmaking industry. I will let her tell all of that. I just wanted you all to know I'm super excited to welcome to our Spotlight family, Asha Coleman.
Thank you so much for that.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Well, you look amazing, and I'm so glad to hear that you're doing great. Thank you so much for being a part of Spotlight Over the City. We are super excited to have you, and we consider you as part of our Spotlight family. Whenever we have guests join us on the show, we say you are stuck with us. You are part of our Spotlight family. So welcome to the family.
Well, I appreciate that. Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome to the family. Listen, so as you know, we are based out of the DMV, but we know about all the hot things all over the place. And here lately, you have been one of the hot topics. You've got some amazing product out there, and we're going to get to that. But first, for those of you who do not know Miasha, I want you to take an opportunity to catch everyone up to date with who you are and how you got started on this amazing journey in the film industry.
Definitely. I've always been a writer since I was a kid. I used to write poems and short stories. And my dad actually submitted one of my poems to the Philadelphia Daily News when I was 9 years old, and they published it in the paper. And when I saw my name in print, I just felt like that was what I wanted to do. Like that was my calling. And so from there, I just always wrote. It began with scripts when I was in middle school and high school. And then when I went to Temple University, I'm originally from Philly. So when I went to Temple University, I studied communications, and I basically took every class that had to do with writing. And it was my goal at graduation that I was going to find a job in advertising copywriting. And then I would work there until I retired, and then I would write a memoir, which would be how I become an author. That was like my life's plan. But at my college graduation, the keynote speaker was an author, Karen Equinonez Miller. And it was like she was speaking directly to me, because I know that that was what I wanted to do in my heart of hearts. And I decided that I was not going to look for that job in advertising copywriting. I was going to write my first book and follow in Karen's footsteps, self-publish, then get a deal and go from there. So when I left that graduation, I started writing Secret Society, the novel. And 3 months later, I had a manuscript. I reached out to Karen through email. I said, you spoke at my college graduation. You inspired me to write a novel, and I want to self-publish. Can you give me any tips on that? So she gave me the advice to try to get a publishing deal first. And if no one, signed me, then go ahead and self-publish if that's what I really wanted to do. So I sought out a publishing deal. Back then, this was in like 2003. Terry Woods was the biggest urban lit publisher that I knew of. So I reached out to her. She wanted to sign me to a 5-book deal. She wanted to buy Secret Society outright.
No way.
Yeah, I was ecstatic. I'm college. This is my dream for so many years, to be this published writer. And here I am getting interest from somebody I idolized, so I was like ecstatic. But it was probably a Thursday, which our meeting was scheduled for Tuesday. And it was the Thursday before that, I started getting really anxious, because I'm like, I don't know the book business. I don't know what's a good deal, what's a bad deal. So I reached out to Karen again. And I said, it's me again. I did what you said. I saw the deal. I have this offer on the table, and I'm meeting with the publisher on Tuesday to sign the deal. But I just want to know, am I doing the right thing? Can you just give me some advice on that? This time, Karen wrote back, call me, with her phone number. I called Karen. She said, don't do it. She said, if you sign your book away, if you sell it outright, then whatever money you get right then and there is all you'll ever see.
That's it.
You'll never see another check from that book, whether that book becomes a bestseller, whether the book becomes a movie like we're talking about tonight, TV, whatever, you'll never see another nickel. So she said, you need an agent to represent you. She said, listen, I'm going to call my agent. I'm going to tell her about you and see if she'll at least go to the meeting with you, being as though she's in New York. I said, thank you for that.
Look at God, though.
Yes, exactly.
In the works of all of this, you see this though, right? Okay, so keep going. I just wanted to make sure you could see him working.
Mm-hmm. So Karen put me in touch with her agent. It was before Christmas. Everybody in every industry was pretty much ready to go on vacation, not thinking about taking on any new projects. But her agent said, well, I'll do my part by reading a few pages, and then I'll be able to say, well, I tried. It's not really my thing. I'm not really interested in representing this type of work. And that'll be that. But she got hooked on Secret Society. And I had a second book written at the time, Diary of a Mistress. She read them both over the weekend. On Monday, she called me and she said, I want to represent you. And in fact, I have 3 major publishers who all want your book. So she called Terry first and she said, hey, Terry, I'm representing Asha Coleman, who you were supposed to meet with tomorrow about signing this book deal. Well, I have other offers. So do you want to kind of like match that? Terry wasn't able to do anything with that. So Simon & Schuster ended up being the highest bidder. I got a 6-figure deal for my first time out the gate, was able to keep all of my rights. And
oh my gosh.
Everything else from there is, as they say, history.
This makes my heart flutter. Like, you and I don't even know each other, but I'm just sitting here like, oh my gosh, because I really believe in divine intervention. And I believe that you knew what you wanted. And so the way God works is all you got to do is do a little bit. And the rest, you know what I mean? And he will set the rest of the stuff up right for you. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's exactly what happened. And that's what continues to happen. And I'm such a spiritual person in my personal life. And so I'm always just really, really thankful for his leading me every step of the way. I think that once you can, how they say you give somebody an inch and they'll take a mile.
That's what happens with God.
Right. He'll give you that mile.
Yes, he will. I always tell people, they think God is a magician. It don't work like that. You really do have to do your part though. He wants to see you have faith and step out there on that faith and know that he gonna pick it up where you needed to be picked up at, right? But if you do nothing and be like, hey God, I just need you to make this work, and you do nothing, that's not it. You reached out to the person that you heard speak at your graduation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then look what else happened. But you took the first step. You did it. You had faith.
Yep.
Oh my God, your story is so amazing.
Thank you.
I'm overjoyed with how that happened for you and how it'll continue to happen for you because, like you said, of your faith and your determination. Like I sensed that from you. Like you said, when you were a child, you started writing and you just stayed with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So started as a book, Secret Society started as a book.
Mm-hmm.
And how did the book do?
The book did amazing. And the subject matter, and because you saw the movie, the subject matter is so, especially then in 2000, so it was published in 2006.
Okay.
And back then it was very taboo, the subject matter, especially in Black communities, in urban communities.
Yep.
It was a breath of fresh air though in the literary community, because that was like when the wave of street lit kind of came and hit the market and everybody was into it. And we opened up a whole big market of readers with street lit books. But a lot of them had the same types of stories. And Secret Society, when you read it, the first 10, 15 pages, you feel like it's the same type of story. And then you get hit with the twist and you're like, hold on,
wait a minute.
And so everybody, it resonated with so many people across different backgrounds. I had a rabbi read Secret Society and love it. So it just did well with so many different audiences because people could relate to the characters, Celeste and Tina, in a way that they didn't think that they would, because these weren't necessarily innocent angel characters. They were doing things that was, frowned upon, but they saw the heart of the characters. And that's what, as a good storyteller, that's what makes a story, a movie, a book, or whatever it is, that's what makes it resonate with different people. And the book did so well. I was the first urban lit author with a spread in Elle magazine. I was on Wendy Williams when she was on the radio. I was every major press outlet, BET, CBS. I was Essence bestseller. It was just a whirlwind. I did 7 novels with Simon & Schuster. And then I did a couple with other book publishers. So I have 10 novels altogether.
Oh my gosh.
It was an amazing writing career. I took a break around 2010, 2011 to homeschool my son and just be mom, traveler, wife, you know. And then I always knew that I wanted to turn my books into movies.
Into film.
So over the time that I wasn't writing books, I was entertaining options. So, you know, there would be people that would contact me and they liked the books and they wanted to option the rights to turn it into film or TV. So I would entertain options.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, you guys. And guess what? We got us a +1 in the building, man. Not just a +1, a homegrown +1. What's going on?
I have to tell you all about the interview. So before we introduce Devin, I want to say I hope you all enjoyed the first few minutes of my interview with Miasha Coleman. If you want to watch the rest of it, and I encourage you to do so, it was 30 plus minutes. We talked about some more good stuff. Go to our YouTube channel right now, Spotlight Over the City TV on YouTube, and watch the entire interview with me and Miasha Coleman. It was really great. And at the end of the interview, she gives out some exclusive information about Secret Society movie that she has not shared with anyone except us at Spotlight Over the City. So y'all want me to tell y'all what it is?
Well, before you tell it, shout out to her for this amazing film. Shout out to Jamal Hill.
He was a director.
Directors that I've ever seen in the game.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'll be working with you soon. Your film was amazing. I love the whole situation, and I just want to say, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. And shout out to the boy Trey Chaney too. He did his.
That's right. He did his thing in there. So Secret Society, the movie, is now streaming on Amazon Prime. Go check it out. And just now released information. Secret Society movie is going to be streaming, showing on BET and BET Her, y'all, in the next couple weeks. So she just told us about that exclusively on Spotlight Over the City. So be checking on your BET and BET Her channel guide and look for Secret Society movie coming really soon.
That's a big deal.
But right now, Amazon Prime. All right, so now we can introduce our +1. Go, baby.
And so without further ado, this young man is making headways everywhere. This young man is local. He's from the DMV. I love it a lot. You guys are going to be amazed. I'm going to get a little bit more about who he is and the whole nine once we introduce. But I want to say I'm super proud of him. I've seen some of the things that he has going on. Thought he was way more in the game season-wise than what he appears to be, or what he told me he was. That's how much experience he comes to show. The professionalism that this guy displays is amazing. Love the energy that he brings. Love the flavor that he brings, bringing real hip-hop back. Give it up for the one and only, Devin The Ripper in the building!
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Super lit, bro. We appreciate you coming on. And, man, before I get any further into this situation, I have to give it up for Dad. So I'm going to say, I didn't tell you guys during the intro who he is, but because he stands on his own. But I want to just say, this young man is the son, the protege the one and only, the baddest drummer that ever faced the earth, not just in go-go. This drummer is just bad. And so this man was Foots.
Yes.
Foots. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is
R.I.P. to Foots, my bowling teammate, Marlowe High School. Yes, he was on my bowling. Yes, he was on my
bowling league too.
Yes, he was on my bowling team at Marlowe Heights. Rest in peace to my bowling teammate.
And so a great guy, man, was a great guy for the city. Go-Go was his middle name. When they say put your hands in the air and get ready for Foots, you already know what time it is.
man.
Praise gonna go crazy. So without further ado, your son is here. And when I say we're proud to have you, brother, we're proud to have you. You're making Dad proud.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You're making Dad proud, man. I know he's smiling. So I see you doing some amazing things with some amazing people. But let's back it up a little bit, because this is not go-go we talking about. We talking about hip-hop.
Right.
And so how did you get involved with hip-hop music? Because this is a go-go town.
Right.
And so what made you say, I want to rap?
Man, I always loved hip-hop and rap growing up. But my original passion was acting. So I saved up some money. I moved to L.A. 2016.
Got you.
All the way up to 2019, man. And things were just moving slow for me as an actor. And I needed, a venue to express myself. So I started rapping. And I always say this, but a big factor in that was watching Nipsey when he had his rise and when he did Victory Lap. And I remember seeing him in person and the music he made and how he was received by his people. I was like, I want to be that. So I came back home, and I'm in the process of working on that now.
When I tell you when Nipsey Hussle is one of the most inspirational people that I never met. Like I was totally inspired by him when I heard the story. I knew of him way prior to him passing away, and I knew of his music. But I got really detailed with him when he passed. I got into his business a lot more, and I got to find out how he was built and how his energy was received. So I can see what you're saying. That would make anybody want to get up there and command that mic.
Right.
Because the love he got on the other side was impeccable. So how do you feel when you did your first show? Right? Let's talk about your first show. When did you do your very first show?
My very first show was on 8th Street at Ocean Lounge.
Ocean Lounge.
And that was put together by Elway and a few other people, man. They put some shows together, a showcase. I went up there, I performed, man. This was back in August or late July, and I killed it.
And so how did you feel? Because we talked prior too, and you was like, man, bro, I don't really be getting nervous too much. So how did you gather your nerves? Like, of course, you say you didn't get nervous, but this is your first time being in front of an audience live, right? And so, they're going to give it to you raw. They're going to let you know if they hate you. They're going to let you know if they love you, right? You know that.
Right.
And so you didn't have no kind of...
Well, I would say I was nervous because, not of the performance part. It's just the fact that I wanted to be heard. I wanted people to hear what I had to say.
You was trying to get out there.
Yeah, I wanted them to hit home, So I was real anxious about that part, man. So that was the only thing. When I perform, I just get anxiety because I be so energetic.
Ready to go.
Right.
I got you. And so you say Nip inspired you. When you first hit that stage and you got that first reception, did it give you that same feel? Like, this is what I wanted?
In the Ocean Lounge?
Yeah. Wasn't the same?
Nah, it was the same. It was very intimate, man. But people was walking up to me and said, "Yo, I like what you did, man." Yeah. Everybody was in that small lounge, man, about the size of this table, was clapping and giving it up for me.
Wow,
that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's
I don't take none of that for granted.
Right?
Yeah.
That's that interaction that we talk about when you up on that stage and you commanding your audience, and then you get the response you're looking for. So then you fast forward, right? Because I see you got a single out, and hopefully you're going to perform that today, the single with the homie Jadakiss.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Man, Jadakiss was just doing drops. It was one of those things on Instagram. It's like tag a working artist and everything.
Wow.
And I actually reached out, and his team said he's doing drops. I was like, okay, cool. I know exactly what to do with that. We placed it in the right place. Shout out to Judah, my engineer. And, I wrote the best song, in my opinion, of my life, man. Really telling my story.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So that is the best. Like, it's your opinion, it's your music, so it is the best one that you put out. And so how you been received so far with that music? You put it out, and so how's it been received?
A lot of people like it, and they gravitate to it, man.
Of course.
Okay.
People are like, say featuring Jadakiss, he ain't got a verse on it, but the song fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, that's all I needed. I just needed to be heard.
That's it. And that's all.
So, quick question. I mean, because when people heard that you were going to be on the show, of course, DMV people, they want to know, a little bit about, like, did you ever get into the go-go? Like, how old were you when your dad passed? Like, he was way into go-go. So, did you ever go to a go-go? How little were you?
Dang, I was 3 when he passed away. I actually say that in the song. Yeah, I was born 91. He was murdered 94. So, I thought about it. I actually had one of my uncles, my Uncle Steve, try to teach me how to play the drums, but it just wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Yeah,
right?
my older brother, rest in peace, Lil Quentin, he was trying to get into the go-go thing, man, but it never really caught on with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you the younger brother?
Yeah, I'm the younger brother.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So people call me Lil Foots. It's like,
they do?
I'm not Lil Foots. My brother was Lil Foots because he was a junior.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So.
Right, you are Devin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I get you.
Right.
And
Okay.
so, have you ever had that urge, and I'm pretty sure you have, to just look at some of the old footage and just kind of reminisce on Dad and say, look at Dad's work?
Yeah, man. I had got emotional this past year because I was just like, he was so young. I'm 30. He was 33.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking, I'm just like, man, he had a good life. He walked in his purpose. And my uncle told me a story when he was a little kid, when he started playing drums. He was just in that kitchen in Southeast trying to put it together. And that's how I feel right now. I'm trying to put it together.
Trying to put it together.
And I do want to cross over go-go and sample that into my music, but a different sound that I'm trying to experiment with now.
Gotcha.
I love it. I love it. So we can't wait to hear you at the end of the show.
So, quick story. Your father, I remember he was in a condo over off Pennsylvania Avenue. And so we met up because he was cool with one of my partners. So we all had Benzes at the time. I had a 300 CE. My partner had a 560 SEC. And your father had the meanest joint.
Yeah.
Your father had this, I don't know, I want to say I wanted to say, I don't know if it was a 500, whatever it was red.
Yeah,
and
the AMG.
Had white, yes.
The one from the album cover.
See, I don't know the album cover, but I know him and I know what I saw. And so he messed around and let me get in his car, right? And the music was knocking, and the phone rang, and the music died down. And the seats was white, and they was pipe. Hey, the joint was so fire, bro. And so we thought we was hitting hard, right? We thought we was hitting hard back in them days. We putting up in our bands and this and that, and he shut us down. He shut us down, but he ain't say nothing. He did it humbly, right?
He was always very humble,
He wasn't no person who going to try to shut you down.
Nope.
He just pulled up and shut us down, and we sat in that joint and we was listening to the music, and man, it was such an experience because the brother was so humble, but he was a solid dude. So shouts of respect.
You come from good stock.
Great stock.
Yeah.
And so
and your grandma, Miss Mac, we all loved her.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
she
Miss
on
Mac.
my screensaver. I named my label after her.
Yes.
Yeah, I named it after my great grandmother, sis, Maddie Lee Mac Thomas, and my grandmother, Annie Lee Mac Thomas. My label was Lee Mac Entertainment.
Yes.
Hey, that's what's up, bro.
Yes.
Miss Mac. And so of course, funk. Everybody loved. Of course, he's like the voice of go-go.
Yeah.
Why me up?
No other
Funk?
voice in this city projects better than Funk. If Funk at a go-go, it doesn't matter who he plays with. If he step up on that stage, they gonna
That's it.
They gonna tear it up. It's
man.
over.
I said, Funk
And
gonna
so-
be 90 years old.
And
Still
tear it
going.
up. I mean, kill it, right?
What y'all say?
And so I say that to say you have a musical background. It's in your blood, and you're doing it justice. Like you're doing it justice. So fast forward. I'm gonna get to
proud.
this.
Yeah.
I know we gotta knock it out, but I gotta talk about the homies because I saw you on. You was at where were you guys? You was with
Portland.
Yeah, with Benny the Butcher.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Benny and them, gang. Those guys are making some real heavy music that I'm into. Everybody not, but Jay-Z I think signed up. And so you shared the stage with them brothers. How was that experience?
Honestly, man, that's probably like the best experience of my career so far.
That's a big deal, though.
Yeah, to go across the country in Portland where I don't know anybody.
Portland.
And I'm performing my song the first time they hearing this song and they rocking with it.
They rocking.
They rocking. I had that, they throwing their hands in the air, and I never saw that kind of reception from a crowd before. So that was amazing. Wow. So I just performed for the first time in August.
Yeah.
And here we are in November.
And you in Portland.
And I'm in Portland.
And you with Benny the Butcher in the game.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher, man. Shout out to D-Jack and Jake, the whole people, man, for bringing me on. Much love.
That's pretty amazing. So it's big things popping in your career. So what's next for you?
right now, what's next, man? Just keep pushing the work, man, promoting myself, and I got some big things lined up. 2022.
Yeah.
You know, take it to the next level.
For sure.
We here for it.
We're gonna be here to
You
support
part of
that
the
whole
family
movement.
now.
Yeah, of
We
course.
here for it.
Of course.
We're gonna get down with this single with you and Jadakiss doing y'all thing.
At
but
the end of the show.
Prior to that, I want to say this. You have 1 hour to get to where you're going. You just got you a big old check that you ready to go sign.
Mm-hmm.
You got one artist you can put in to listen to for that whole 1 hour ride. You can't switch once you put them in. Who you listening to?
One artist, it gotta be a rapper?
No, it can be whoever you choose, but you have to keep them in that deck.
For 1 hour?
For one straight hour.
It just gotta be one album or just one artist?
No, it can be the same artist, different albums, different whatever. He can have different collabs, whatever, but it has to be that particular artist.
For one, I could do this with a lot of people, but I'm gonna say my go-to is Sade.
Yeah?
Sade, man. You know,
So I wasn't expecting that.
Promise, Diamond Life, Paradise, Love Deluxe, Love Paradise.
You're an old soul. You're an old soul. You just told on yourself. You're
My
old
grandma
soul.
raised me.
There it is.
I
So
love it.
that's real music.
Mm-hmm.
That's real music.
love it.
And so I thought you was gonna say Jay-Z or some rapper.
I can do Jay.
But when you said Sade, I was like, okay, that's cool. I got you on that.
Jay ain't no Sade though.
No, he's not. And so with that being said, man, let them know where they can find you and how they can follow you, and we're gonna let them get to you at the close of the show. Let them hear some of your work.
Y'all can follow me on IG at Devin The Ripper _ Same thing on Twitter and Facebook. Devin The Ripper, man. Y'all can follow me, man. I appreciate y'all.
Devin The Ripper, man.
Yes.
Let's give it up one more
Y'all
time
give
for
it
Devin The Ripper in the building. Yeah, we appreciate
Yes.
We appreciate you. Make sure you guys follow him and make sure you check out the videos and stuff on his page and support black music, of course, man. It's a movement. We'll be right back.
I'm going to let y'all see a little smidgen of my interview with Paris PJ Jones, y'all. And then we will close the show with a live performance from Devin The Ripper.
Okay, so coming up next is PJ?
PJ is
All right, we'll be right back. Spotlight over the city.
Spotlight over the city.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl T-Bomb from Spotlight Over the City. And guess what? I have an exclusive interview with one of my favorites in the entertainment industry. This young lady has been an underdog, underrated. But let me tell you something. In 2022, you all are going to see exactly why I have been trying to get her on the show for a very long time. This young lady is super talented. She does some amazingly dynamic things with her voice. She hails all the way from North Carolina and now living out in LA. We caught up with her on the West Coast and she gave us some of her time, and I cannot wait for you all to meet our newest Spotlight family member. You all please welcome to the show, Paris PJ Jones.
My name is PJ. I'm from North Carolina. I have a song out with Common called Imagine and What These Say that's going pretty crazy. And then on my side, I have my song Element out with
Elements.
And also on Christmas, it's Christmas. I have my Christmas song, Single on Christmas, for all of those who are single on Christmas that don't want to be, and people who've accepted it and don't have a problem with it.
So PJ, why don't you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about that time you went on tour and opened up for K. Michelle? I think that was like back in 2016. Tell us a little bit about what went on when you were on tour with and opened up for K. Michelle. What was that like?
She's amazingly talented. And she let me open up for her on this tour, and it was dope. So it was a dope experience. And that's why I met Ro James. It was me and Ro James had some dates. So that's why I met Ro, and me and Ro are tight. But it was just a dope experience to be out there. And it's like, I love performing. Like, that showed me how much I love to perform. I actually love performing over everything now. For me, that's my favorite thing to do.
That was one of my questions I was going to ask you, because you're a great songwriter. I was going to say, if you had to pick between being a songwriter and a singer and performing, what would you pick?
Performing over everything.
Over everything. I love it. I love it. Okay, so lots of amazing voices have come out of North Carolina. Lots. We've got Anthony Hamilton. We've got Fantasia. We've got, Casey and JoJo. We've got so many amazing voices out of North Carolina, but you got something unique. You do a lot of different things with your voice, and you are super talented. Is this one of the reasons that you consider yourself a chameleon, because you do so many different things with your voice?
Yeah, I think I am a chameleon. And I think I think I just do what music calls. I think when you are a writer, it's like you get to be an actor for the day and pretend, because it's like just what happens to me, like my influences. I feel like I have a lot more rap influences than I have singer influences. So I think I think you're a chameleon based off of like how many worlds you're familiar with. Like if you grew up in hip hop, you grew up in R&B. If you watch MTV, you learn pop and all that other stuff. And then I played in the orchestra. Like I've just always been around music. So it's just like, you know, it gives me like little cards. I can like,
That's what I love. That's what I love. That's what I've been loving about you and your journey and some of the different unique things that you've done. And because you are so multi-talented, is it hard to place you in one particular genre of music? Like, you know, when people say, you know, like, well, what is she R&B? Is she hip hop? If they try to put you in a category, which is difficult because you're so versatile, where would you put yourself?
I would not put myself in any category, to be honest. I feel like I have 2 points. First off, you know, all music is Black music, you know what I'm saying? And the little, when putting people into categories, and we already know like how, you know, how politically Black artists, no matter what type of music they put out, will be thrown into the R&B category regardless. So I think if there was a genre, mine would just be motivation. Like I want you to get through whatever's going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going through, I think I make, you know how they had that book series, it was like chicken noodle soup for the teenage. So I think I make like my own chicken noodle soup, and I'm very proud of it. And I'm also proud of the fact that, you know, my music, when you listen to it, you can be a boy, you can be a girl, you can be anything, you know what I'm saying? It's not gender specific.
What has been one of your biggest hurdles in your journey as an artist?
I think one of my biggest hurdles is, I think, just getting to that next level of confidence. I think when I got signed, I was like super shy, like, cause that's how I was in high school, super shy, kind of like scared of my own voice. And when you get signed and then thrown, like, if you never had like that basic level of confidence, you know what I'm saying? It could kind of like make you a lot more vulnerable, because when you start to question, like when people start saying things, make you question what you're doing, who you are, not having that, you know, that foundation built already is like a struggle to do when you just hit the ground moving, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that was my biggest hurdle. And then I think my second biggest hurdle is being a little too creative sometimes. I'll hear one idea, I hear one. So just figuring out the best way to channel exactly what I'm hearing. And then the other thing is just like not really being afraid of a male's opinion. Is like, at first I used to be like hesitant, you know, that's why I have a song called Gangster, which is about like being a nice guy and not trying to make anybody angry, or like not fuck with the things that you're saying. Sorry, not saying
we cuss on our show.
Oh, okay. So not like, you know what I'm saying, just being unapologetic about it. I was like, that was something I'm working on, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, because I believe myself wholeheartedly, but I think just being able to stand in it and know who you are, which is like what most of the new music that I'm making is about.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So I am a big fan of old school song tracks with new school music, right? And I think I heard Stevie Wonder, All I Do.
Yes.
Yes. One Missed Call is my favorite song, right? Just so you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
It brought me to thinking about a lot of situations that I have been in. Where you go, girl? There you go. And so, yes, I do hear that, All I Do. So I'm right about that, right? I kept telling Stan, I said, no, it's All I Do. Right? That's the track.
Yeah, that's it.
What was going on in your life when you wrote One Missed Call? Or maybe it was something about the past. Like, what inspired you to write that song? Because that's my favorite. So I had to ask about that.
Okay, so we made the song in Miami. Lamb, he's a producer. Lamb and Big D, they produced it. And I remember when I first heard the Stevie Wonder part, I was intimidated by it, because it's like, you know, when things are of greatness, some things is just like, you don't want to touch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. When I was like, I don't want to touch it. Like, that's too, like, how am I going to make that better? That's that's classic. But like, honestly, I really fuck with it. And I feel like what we did was like, people sample songs all the time, and I feel like, you know, you use a sample from a hit song, you make it another hit. It's already proven. And I think why I fuck with my song so much, because I really like being a songwriter, like the merit of a songwriter, being a good songwriter. So it's like based off of what we were talking about, and being able to sample his music but not take any of the original song of All I Do, like not take his melody for All I Do, not take his song concept. So it's just like I was proud as a songwriter that I was able to write a dope ass song without using any of his melody or words or lyrical content. So I was really proud about that.
You should be, because you did that.
Thank you.
Did that. You really, really did. And that's why it's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
A little bit of your songwriting skills. Like, you've written songs for some major people in the industry: Usher, Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa, Kevin, like the list goes on, right? Do you have a favorite song of one of the ones you've written for others, not for yourself?
A favorite song that I've written. Not for long. The song Not for Long. I have to.
Okay.
One is Not for Long because it's so funny, because I feel like you hear a lot about guys having muses, like females, but girls can have them too. So the muse that I was using was like my first relationship. So Not for Long was before we started dating, because I was like, we're hanging out, and I was like, well, we hanging out every day, like, what's up? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So then I wrote this song. I was like, you will be mine, even if you're somebody else's. Not for long. So he inspired the whole thing. That it took me like 15 minutes to write that. You know what I'm saying? So I consider it kind of player, you know, in the story.
You got all these people that you've written for, collab with. So now you're going to be given an opportunity, and let's just pretend we're going to manifest it. You're going to be given an opportunity to collab with one artist, and you get to pick whoever it is you want. Cost is not a factor. This person is going to say yes. So who's that going to be?
It has to be one person.
Just one. You only get to pick one. You get to do this collab with this person. Who is going to be?
No, it's not fair.
I'm
gonna say Drake.
Ooh, yes. And why?
I've just always loved him. Like, not like that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, musically, I think for me, when he did that whole switch up, he did, hold on, we going on. You know what I'm saying? I remember being so upset because I was in a place where I felt like, you know, it's like, because I am a Black songwriter, there were times where I felt like I wasn't allowed to like write outside of the box, like not write on top of trap beats and stuff like that. So it was like when I heard Hold On, We're Going Home, I was like, I thought it was so fire. But I also was like, damn, like, how can I get to make stuff like that? I'm over here just doing this over this trap shit. I'm tired of doing this trap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just never forget. I really was upset.
Yeah, he showed you what you can do, though. Drake is one of those people Drake is one of those people who can set the path for different things like that. You know what I mean?
Right. And I just appreciate, because like for me, I was already listening to stuff outside of R&B and hip hop, and it was even like exciting to see, because it was just like, oh, when somebody takes the sound that was popping somewhere else and like brought it over, but I was already hip to what was going on over there. So I thought, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to be one of those artists that I'm working on my stuff right now, like to carry a wave, you know what I'm saying? Like, let there be, because I am different, like much so. And I'm just ready to like set a trend. I want to be like, if I was going to be a part of any trend, I would like to start it, not follow it. But that would be dope for me.
Trailblazer PJ, yes, you are.
Yes.
It's going to be dope. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to manifest some of those things. The next time that we have an interview on Spotlight Over the City, we're going to be talking about that collab you did with Drake.
Right. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, I'm here for it. We're going to manifest that. All right. So what's next for you, PJ? Like, what can we look forward to in 2022?
Okay, next year I'll have more music dropping. I'm hoping to drop like February, March. And I think this will probably be the most music I release in a year. Like, I've been working hard, and I'm getting the sonics together, tweaking the sounds, the 808 stuff like that, and yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be like a shockwave. Honestly, I think it might be a crazy lit year for me, like for real, like, because I just think the things that I'm pulling out and like how I am a comedian and what I've been listening to and what I've been learning, like I really been studying music for a long time, and I'm excited to like and like
step on the gas. Yes.
That's what I'm ready for.
I'm excited for you. I'm so excited for you. You're really far away over there in LA, but I want to say that we have an amazing studio here at Spotlight Over the City in the DMV area. We're right outside of Washington, D.C. And anytime you are even close to the DMV, we got you. We want you to, we will lay out the red carpet for you at that studio.
Okay.
We could do like a mini album release, something.
Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, that would be
you
cute.
know what I mean? And invite some really, we're, you know, we have really great networking here in the DMV with some of the, you know, some of the big time people. So we would love to just let you know anytime, like for real.
Okay.
Time.
Okay, thank you.
In the studio, our studio is so lit too. You know, you can have your entire band. You can get a band from the DMV. We got an amazing stage. It's just so dope, and I cannot.
Okay, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. I can't wait to like have you live in the studio and have you on set with us and do this all over again after you do your collab with Dre.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
Yes. Anything else you want our viewers and listeners or your fans out there to know before we wrap it up?
Yeah, my name is PJ. I'm from North Carolina. I have a song out with Common called Imagine What These Say that's going pretty crazy. And then on my side, I have my song Element out with
Elements.
And also on Christmas, it's Christmas. I have my Christmas song, Single on Christmas, for all of those who are single on Christmas. They don't want to be. And people who've accepted it and don't have a problem with it, you should listen to it.
Yes. And how can people follow you and support your music?
You can follow me at JustPeej, JustPeej. And it's Peej. It's when you see PEEJ, it's Peej. It's not PJ. Just want to let people know, because I know some people don't know. And then the Twitter is at JustPeej too, and then YouTube is JustPeej. So yeah, PJ Element, I'm here.
Yes, she is here, you all. Now, I mean, I always put artists on the spot, so you can go ahead and you know, shut me down if you want to. But if you're near keyboard or if you're near anything where you want to just give the DMV a sample of what PJ is all about, I'm here for it. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I'm trying to sing.
I did.
What should I sing? I'll sing your favorite. Okay.
Oh.
But you know, it's not a whole bunch of runs in the song. Like,
no,
it's weird.
I know.
Okay.
No.
You got
I'm pressed.
Okay. I got one missed call, 2 times hanging up, 3 FaceTimes, 4 not picking up, 5 you play, 6 times rolling up, 7 all days. This shit great. I got 1 missed call. I was like halfway through and I was like, dang, why didn't I just sing Imagine?
Yes, I love it. I love you. We love you here in the DMV, honey. And
I receive the love. I send it back.
You are considered a part of our Spotlight family now. Once we have someone on the show, we say you are part of our Spotlight family. Anytime that our platform can help you in your journey and you need us to put something out there on our show, put it on our platform, the answer is always going to be yes. Whenever, like I said, whenever you're in the DMV or planning to come to the DMV, please let Spotlight Over the City know so that we can roll out the red carpet for you at our studio here. And yeah, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. We appreciate all that you're doing out there in the industry. And honey, listen, when you said the underdog, I predict that word is going to go away really soon. 2020.
Thank you.
Listen, no, for real. Like we are claiming it because there's so much of you for the world to see. And I can't wait. I'm super excited about it. I really, really am. And that comes from
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate that, Terry. OMG,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much. And I hope you have a good Thanksgiving with
yes,
the
you have a
family.
great Thanksgiving. You have safe travels to Memphis. All right, y'all, that is a wrap. We love you, PJ, and we will catch up with you when you come to the DMV again.
Okay, thank you. You have a good
All
night.
right. You too.
Man, I gotta get this mic. There we go. There we go. Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, you guys. And man, I'm gonna get out the way real quick, but this guy's nothing short of amazing. Y'all ready to rock? Y'all ready to rock? Hey, without further ado, give it up for my main man, Devin The Ripper.
Yeah. Drop that music for me. Let's go. Spotlight Over the City. I go by the name of Devin The Ripper.
Your boy, Jada Kiss.
Shout out to Jada. That be me. Shout out to Terry and Stan, man. Let's get it.
Check it out.
Check it. I'm a shopping strip walker, big shit talker. Devin run up more checks than the SP market. I'm a seafood lover, down at 5 Fish Markets. So much no booth for dinner that my queen speak dolphin. And them 6 feet coffins, got like 16 caucus. Got an uncle rooting for me since he last seen Lawton. They be gonna get the Ripper like 16 offers. I done came a long way from them shit stained carpets. I'm a big boss, independent label owner. I stimulate more bitches than the check from the Corona. She get herself ready every time I'm coming over. I fuck her, play her some PlayStation on the sofa. Professional shit talker, like Latin rhymer. My tongue tickle her ear, I'm a pro satin slider. She loving who I am cause she a real bitch rider. Take care of a nigga, hold me down, a pro dick rider. Let's go, man. Spotlight Over the City, man. If y'all watching, y'all blow up that like button, that heart button. Y'all laugh if y'all having a good old time. I'm Devin The Ripper. I'ma tell y'all my story. Check it, check it. Dad murdered when I was 3, bro when I was 8. Grew up thinking I had to carry the family name. Got a younger brother allegedly. We don't look the same. In and out of prison, so not too many conversations. I pray he don't have to witness the wicked I be facing. The same burden that killed my brother and split his face with. The same shit that they killed my father out of pure hatred. I wonder though, if I'm the last to live or the next to go. I had my moments when I thought of knocking on heaven's door. If this is hell, what the fuck are we living for? If life is destined, what the fuck do it matter for? Regardless, I'ma see a century before I have to go. So fuck living in shadows, I had to trust my sight. Build a platform, set the stage, I can find my light. Fuck the trials and tribulations present in my life. The more I fall, the more I climb to reach another height. So when I rise above a nigga, don't be too surprised. Reach this altitude, take your steps, one at a time. I reach the pinnacle of my life where my power reside. The passion and my purpose can only be stopped by my pride. And pussy bring problems, provide me paper power pistols. Cause all I lust is for the lavish loyalty and realest. So I can never let a bitch or nigga in my feelings. That's whole shit and I'm a fucking man, so we is different. Yeah, I go by the name of Devin The Ripper. Y'all follow me on IG at Devin The Ripper _, Facebook and Twitter at Devin The Ripper, man. Spotlight Over the City. Shout out to Terry and Stan, man. I love y'all. No Flights to Waldorf, streaming on all platforms. I am who I say I am, streaming on all platforms, man. I love the city, man. One love.
Hey, put them hands together. Get them hands up. Put them hands together for my main man, Devin The Ripper in the building.
Hands together.
Hey,
y'all blow up that like button at home, man.
Hey, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Spotlight Over the City on that
yes,
YouTube,
sir.
Spotlight Over the City IG. Make sure you follow my homeboy, Devin The Ripper. And we got to get ready to get out of here. Make sure you're never too cool to pray, too fly to pray. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight Over the City, baby.
Good night.